Welcome to Forensic Friday.
where we examine the intersection of true crime, psychology, and the heart of being human in the middle of it all. I hate how cheesy everything around Thanksgiving is. However, I am also mega cheesy. So
I
it makes me
love it.
cringy, but I also get the warm fuzzies pretty easily.
Well, I love it because it's like intentional time with family, and I'm really thankful
Yeah,
that my family, both my husband's family and my family, are pretty normal.
they are. You've got great family.
I know. I'm super thankful. So, I feel for those who feel really stressed out around the holidays, but it tends to be a really joyful time for us.
Well, and this is when our quality time people, which you are quality time and I love quality time,
Mm-hmm.
we just shine this time of year because we
Mm-hmm.
get time with our people. My favorite thing, and I don't always get this, but my favorite thing is just uninterrupted, relaxed time with my people where we can
Yeah.
talk and sit around and we don't have to do things or sandwich it between events or whatever. We can just be.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
This year, though, I have to say Thanksgiving is a little extra special because I think so many things, but the most basic level of gratitude this year is I'm so thankful you're alive.
Oh,
And I am so thankful that you're pregnant. It's
thanks.
like miracles upon miracles.
Thanks. I'm thankful now.
But seriously, I
Thankful to
mean,
be alive too.
I don't take any of that for granted
Hmm.
after the year that we've had. And I'm so thankful for what we've been able to build together this year.
I know it's been
It's
crazy.
crazy, and I'm thankful for all of you listeners that have been supportive. But I
Yeah,
can't do a Thanksgiving episode without looking at my bestie over there and being
I
like,
know.
"You are alive, pregnant, thriving, snacky, sassy, all the things." And I'm
Oh,
just here for all of it.
well, and the same to you, my friend. I mean, you've had like crazy surgeries, like borderline can't breathe sometimes.
That
So,
happens. Yeah, that does happen.
and you're about to have another crazy surgery come up like on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had it easy this year, but I'm thankful that we're both as spunky as we've been
Absolutely.
and that we are kicking and having fun with this.
Absolutely. And
You
there's
know,
just nobody I'd rather do it with. We say that all the time.
I know because we have a blast.
It's so fun. It just shouldn't be this fun to work. I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
I can't wait till this is my full-time gig.
Same. Come on, people, help us out. We
Yes.
do this all the time.
Yeah, we're funny and kind of a shit show. So like, come on.
And all of that's going to be the same for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, who wants to miss that? We'll make you feel better about your lives.
100%. We can roll this into our 80s for sure. I won't be able to remember your name and we'll be podcasting.
Great.
Hey, Susan.
Who
Good
are you again?
to
What's
see
your
you,
name
Susan. What are we talking
again? Jeannie?
about? Well, I won't be able to hear, but by then
Oh
they'll
yeah,
probably have
shoot.
like bionic ears. It's going to
Oh
be
my God. It's fine.
Garrett was helping me outline an episode, and he has like a real mumbly low voice. It's the
Mm,
worst. It sounds like machinery to my ears. Like I just can't. So I had to make him repeat everything. It makes him crazy.
that's really funny.
I know. So when we're talking about Thanksgiving, first
Hmm.
of all, happy Thanksgiving to
Yeah.
all of you.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yep, Thanksgiving's tomorrow. So maybe you're cooking in your kitchen and sweating to death. Maybe you're listening to this while you're getting things put together.
Yeah.
But we hope you have a really nice time with your family. And I know Thanksgiving is not without some controversy,
Hmm.
as it should be, right? So
Hmm.
we're aware that there's a lot of dynamics around this holiday for a lot of people. But
Hmm.
I hope you just get to enjoy your people. You get a
Yeah.
day off work or two, hopefully,
Yeah.
and maybe you can spend time with your family. And if you can't, hopefully you find an alternative time to have some quality time with your people.
Yeah. And if you have to work, because I do know some people have to work, what is something that you can, people might, sometimes people hate when people do this, but I'm going to do it.
Do it.
What can you be thankful for while you're having to work? you know?
Mm.
Like if we spend a whole day being angry about what we're doing, it's not going to help our mindset. So how can we change our mindset just for a day even and say, you know what? I'm thankful I'm getting time times two or whatever the
Time and a
overtime
half.
time and a half. Yeah. Time times.
Times, times two.
See, this is what I'm saying, y'all. I'll make you feel real good about your life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can be grateful for getting time and a half,
Sure.
you
It's
know?
it's interesting when you talk about that perspective because as I was noodling Thanksgiving, we had a couple morbid thoughts. Like we could do a really crazy Thanksgiving murder. And then we're like, no. Then we thought the flood episode would be 2 episodes long, but there wasn't a good way to break it up. So that's why you all got
Yeah.
a 2 hour episode. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But where we landed, and I'm kind of excited to talk about it with you, is just talking about what gratitude does to our brains
Yep.
because it literally rewires our brains. So, gratitude is actually an alternative for
Hmm.
some people, even to medication for anxiety and depression.
Yes. So one of the things that I give my clients who really struggle with depression,
Hmm.
sometimes they hate me for doing this, but I give them homework to literally every week write down 5 things you're grateful for.
Absolutely.
Because we literally can start to change our brain chemistry by focusing
Hmm.
on different things,
Yeah.
right? That's why I'm telling y'all, if you have to work on Thanksgiving and you're pissed about it, I understand being pissed about it. What is being pissed about it going to do for you?
Mm.
Right? So how can we change our thinking, even if it's just for that day, and say, you know what are 2 things that I can be grateful for today?
Well, a lot of people listening will probably be like, oh my God, these two idiots, or whatever. I hope you're
Here's
not
the
thinking
thing,
that.
guys. We are therapists, so sorry.
I mean, we're therapists, get over it. Also,
It's our job.
we have a hard job. So
Yeah.
I love being a therapist so much. I wouldn't do anything else. I am not bored. I will always do this work.
Yes.
It's also not the easiest, especially this time of year. Imagine
Mhm.
taking care of everyone and also having your own holiday stress going on. It's actually
Yeah,
kind of a lot,
it's a ton.
but the gratitude piece really matters. And some of you may be thinking, I don't have anything to be grateful for. I don't know, like my life's a mess. Honestly, it can be simple things. I have air in my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is shining. I live
Mm-hmm.
in Colorado for us because it's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. If you live in an ugly place, I'm sorry, find something else to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
The mountains are usually pretty high on my list.
Yeah.
If I have a roof over my head, even if I don't. There's an old Nicole Nordeman song that was so amazing, and it would go through all these different scenarios. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a roof, then I'm grateful for the view of the stars, like that kind of thought process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's not that simple. That would be
No.
stupid, but I like the perspective that it brings,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Because we're finding something.
something. And there's always something.
Yes.
My legs work. Maybe
Mhm.
my knees creak a little bit more than they should for my age, but my legs do actually work. Not
Yeah.
everybody has that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. No. It's a big deal to try to shift your thinking.
and there's nothing too simple for this. So
Mm-mm.
it can be you love the taste of an orange you ate this morning. It can be
Mm-hmm.
just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's something I would love it if our listeners would try. I'm trying to reconnect with this in my own life. My son
Mm-hmm.
and I do this on the way to school.
Mm-hmm.
We pray on the way to school, but then I'll be like, what are we grateful for? And usually it's Pikes Peak because we can see it pretty clearly all the time down here, which we love. So anywhere we are, we can usually see Pikes Peak.
Mm-hmm.
Family and friends,
Mm-hmm.
something he's learning at school. Like it's so
Mm-hmm.
sweet, the things that come to his brain. The
Mm-hmm.
reason that I do that is so I'm framing his whole day in a positive way.
Yep.
When he gets home from school, instead of, oh, what was hard today, bud? It's, what did you
Oh,
love
it's
about
good.
today? Right?
Yeah.
What did you love about today? And we celebrate those things. So
Mhm.
gratitude takes a lot of forms.
Yep. And here's the thing, those of you guys who do have kids, this comes up because feel like I just watched something that was like, kids aren't grateful. we we teach them how to believe and how to think,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you have a kiddo who you're like, they just aren't grateful for what they have, well, sorry, not sorry. Where are they getting that from?
Yeah, are you?
Right. And
Yeah.
so I love what you just said, Janine, because it's not only helping you shift your brain because maybe you're about to go into some tough situations with clients,
Yeah.
right? And I know for me, when I'm driving to work and I have some of those tough situations, not tough clients, but tough situations with
Yeah.
what's going on with clients, it's hard for me sometimes to be like, man, what can I be grateful for?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we are trying to teach little ones that, we are also teaching ourselves. We're retraining our brain
Oh, yeah.
to do that. And so, yeah, y'all, gratitude is a big deal. Even if you feel like you can't do it forever, just try it for the day.
Try it for today. Try it for one day and just see if
Yeah.
it changes your perspective.
Yeah.
I make a million mistakes as a parent. I'm so not a perfect parent. Natalie can testify. She's seen some of these moments, but I am so committed to making sure that that kid is just a good
Hmm.
human
Hmm.
and that he has perspective so he knows he can control how he shows up.
Yeah.
Because I'm going
Yeah.
to hold him to that standard. I'm going to
Yeah.
hold him to being able to respond instead of react.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold him to not taking things out on other people. And the way we do that a lot of times is gratitude. We got to be able to be grounded in something good.
Yeah. For sure.
This Thanksgiving, I'm really trying to enjoy all those little moments and
Yeah.
hold some gratitude.
Hmm.
I have an interesting clinical story about this. I worked with a kid years. I mean, this was in the beginning of my private practice, like one of the first years I was a therapist. And I had this teenager, and she was homeschooled and didn't have a ton of social interaction. The homeschool co-op was really small, and she just couldn't find her people.
Hmm.
And she was extraordinarily depressed. And
Hmm.
her parents were bringing her to therapy kind of with a lot of anxiety because they were a very religious family. And so it felt kind of counterintuitive to bring their kiddo to therapy. They wanted to bring her to the pastor, youth group, that kind of stuff. But when that wasn't cutting it, they figured, a counselor's the next best thing. And so I met with her and I was so discouraged because I'm not great at working with folks who have depression because of my energy.
Yeah.
So I'm exhausting for myself, let alone somebody who's having a hard time showing up. Like,
Same.
it's too much. I know this about myself. And we have wonderful colleagues who are like calm and in the moment and all that. That's just not me. So I don't work
Same.
with a ton of depressed people. Sorry. But if you're struggling with that, find a therapist that specializes in that.
Hmm.
So I didn't really know what to do to help this kid. And I was so discouraged. And I think I can't remember who I was talking to about the case, but it was one of my colleagues. They said, have you ever read the book A Thousand Gifts by Anne Boskamp? And I'm like, no, I don't even know who that is. So I checked this book out, and it's a very cool book. It is a religious spiritual book. So if that's not your thing, that's fine. But she grew up on a farm. And so she talks about all of these things that happened over the course of her life
Hmm.
and how she got oriented to gratitude because she really struggles with depression.
Mm.
And so she literally worked for, I think, a year or two on making a list of 1,000 gifts, 1,000 things that she was grateful for. And it changed the course of her life.
Mm.
So I gave this book to this kid. And that's when you know your therapist does not know what to do. It's when they hand you,
Right.
right?
Yep.
I
Yep.
literally bought it with my own dollars. I was like, here is
Yep.
the book because I don't know how to help and I think you're the best. So
Yep.
anyway, this kid started a gratitude journal, brought it to session. We totally shifted what we were talking about. So instead of talking about, did you get out of bed today? Did you take a shower? Like the symptoms of depression, we shifted the whole thing to gratitude. Not
Hmm.
only did that kid's suicidal ideation go away and they became happier and more well adjusted, they became more social. And I worked with the parents to make sure they had more opportunities to be social. They ended up going to college and became a therapist. They are now, I've been in the field long enough that one of my teenage clients is now a therapist in the field. They reached out to me like a couple years ago to say, "Hey, I just want you to know that time changed my life and I want to do the same for other people," and became a therapist.
Oh,
Isn't that incredible?
I love that.
Power of gratitude, people.
Power of gratitude. You altered that kid's brain
I
and
think
track.
I think I learned from them. I think our clients teach us so much.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I think she taught me the power of gratitude. I just handed her a book somebody recommended because I was fresh out of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but what a cool thing. So I hope that gratitude's on your radar with Thanksgiving as much as
Mm-hmm.
turkey and football and all the other things.
You can be grateful for those things.
Oh, I am.
That can be one of the things you're grateful for.
Garrett's making my favorite chocolate pie that usually I make.
I love that.
He's making two because I'm also going to have some with my parents' neighbor who I'm in love with. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out Kristen. We have a chocolate pie date like on the books. But yeah, I'm very grateful for all of those things.
Yep. Yeah.
There's nothing too small to be
No.
grateful for.
Nope. So here's what we would love for y'all to do. We are not going to post an episode on Friday because we are going to be with our families on Thursday. We are not going to worry about trying to get all that stuff done Thursday night/Friday morning because we want to enjoy the time with our family and the things that we are grateful for. So we won't be posting anything in terms of episodes, but we'll do a little social media post and I'm going to invite everybody to share what they are grateful for.
Oh, that I love this so much. That's what we're going to do.
Yep.
And also, shameless plug for Black Friday. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to just take a gander at our website, we're putting up some new merch and
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome.
Yep.
And we're going to have Christmas ornaments. There's some onesies on there. There's all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
get on there if you want to get your people some Forensic Friday merch for the holidays. That would be awesome.
Yes. And comfort, hoodies and sweats and blankets.
Yes, it's www.comfrt.com/forensic15 and you get 15% off everything and they have stuff on sale.
Oh, a lot of their stuff's on sale right now.
And spoiler alert, I definitely got some sets for people in my family
I love that.
because it's a great Christmas gift. It's like a perfect Christmas gift.
Yep. So we are so thankful for all of you guys who have made this possible for us, for
Mhm.
listening to our craziness
Oh yeah, as we learn.
as we learn. One of the things that I've gotten feedback on is from our close people, like my brother. He's
Yeah.
like, you guys weren't very good at the beginning, but it's getting a lot better. I'm like, well,
Ah,
thankful. I am thankful
yay
for
us.
the feedback.
You know what? It's gonna get better and better.
That's y'all. We can only go up from here.
Right? We have better microphones and everything.
Yeah, I'm thankful my husband just finished the floor,
I know.
the whole
Oh,
thing.
it's gonna be
I
beautiful.
saw
We'll
the
post pictures.
baseboards. I'm like getting stoked.
Well, get excited, people. We're gonna have a lot of new content for you and a lot of really fun stuff in the beginning of next year. But in
Hmm.
December, we're doing John Benet Ramsey.
Yes, y'all, because it will be close to the anniversary of
Hmm.
her death and some other wild stuff that I have learned about.
Yes.
So,
So we got John Benet Ramsey coming up, a couple other interesting cases,
mhm.
and probably some fun psychological topics too, just
Yeah,
to encourage you guys as you're managing good and hard things this time of year.
yeah.
So happy Thanksgiving again, and we will see y'all next time.
As always,
Bye, forensic friends. I'm Janine.
and I'm Nat.
And as always, thanks for listening and join us next week for more crime, psychology, and heart.